Hello and welcome to the GameShop MythCast, episode number 22, with myself, your host, the vocal terrorist Jesse Vocterain, the official broadcaster of Mythology GameShop. Today we are looking at the replay of one of my favourite Terrans. It is, of course, Nathan. He is going up against NiN's TeBo, which I hope is a reference to Tim Tebow, the American football quarterback who is causing a lot of controversy right now by being picked up by a different team and apparently being either terrible or amazing depending on who you listen to. So the first thing I have to do here is apologise to everyone for how long it's been since the last MythCast. I have had an insane 7 days between work and doing a bunch of other projects I'm working on and setting up for some cool stuff in the UK scene and also for the GameShop Open, so apologies for that, but we've got plenty of replays, going to record a bunch today and put them out over the next week or so. It's going to be a ton of fun and I'm glad to get back to work doing what I love. So it's been a while since I've actually got to watch Nathan's TVP and I'm already interested to see what way he goes. Is he still doing that same style of the quick gas into an opening Reaper? It looks like he is, so not giving up on that, even on Whirlwind, the largest of the maps. Of course, can be very, very good. There's not that many paths up into the main, though, which is the one thing for Reapers on this map. It's very easy to just stick a Stalker here and a Stalker here and really shut that down, or with the Mothership Core as well. So I'll have to wait and see how effective that is. In other myth news, last night, Odin and Maddles came together to cast a Mythology GameShop Clan War. I'm not sure of who we took on. I have done little to no research. I was very busy. Again, launching a new project last night called Vocta Reads on this YouTube channel, which is a bunch of fun for me, and it seems to be fairly popular among those who watch me as well, so enjoying that. But we did win 5-1. Nathan was the opener, unfortunately going down. But our newest signing, J-Power, going on to get that all-important all-kill. And that was fantastic to hear. J-Power, of course, the former UCAP esports player, has been with us for some time. But very recently, within the past week, we have announced him as an official signing. He is now officially a part of the Mythology GameShop family. It's wonderful to have him, and I look forward to seeing him continue to be amazing in the future. So this SCV has been found. It's done all its good scouting business, and the Reaper's going to come in as well. Nathan will be fairly sure that that expansion is going down. Don't know what that no was all about, but Nathan himself is expanding, so it's a one gas expand for both players. So okay, I like people who do stuff like that. It makes me laugh. So Nathan's Reaper is going to come in. He's going to go, oh hey, there's a building here. Unfortunately, Reapers don't blow up buildings anymore, and in fact what happens is they get shot by Stalkers and then have to run away. So no additional scouting information for him there, but definitely aware of the expansion, which is very nice. And look at this. Sneaky, sneaky Reaper boy. While the Stalker is moving across the map, well, the Reaper's coming in here. He's going to perhaps do some worker harass, but mostly he just gets that good scout off again, make sure there's nothing crazy going on, and gets out before the Mothership Core can catch him. Even better than that is, I think it actually pulled that Stalker back for a bit, and the Mothership Core. So if he was planning to do a bit of pressure with that, not going to happen anymore. This bunker is now finished. There's Marines inside of it. The Reaper is also coming all the way back, just to provide some additional support. Meanwhile, for Nathan, we have the first Widowman on the way. We have a starport coming down as well, so looking in the future to start dropping the main and the expansion of the Protoss TeBo. TeBo, meanwhile, setting up for a longer game, getting a double forge, which means he will likely be looking to go at least 2-2. Generally, anything above +1, you really want 2 forges for, to make sure you retain the upgrade advantage. So with the starport finishing up, Nathan, though, still only on the 1 gas so far. He's going to have to start adding additional gas fairly soon in the future, and as I say that, puts it down. Good lad. First medevac is on the way. He just wants the 1 at the moment. He doesn't have a great deal of production otherwise, so no need to get the reactor down or swap the starport over to get that reactor. And first time I've looked at the Shadow, the Mothership Core cast. That's kind of cool. I will give it that. Nice use of the Stalker here, though. Obviously, you can't push up into there, and no way, no how. But a nice, essentially forward scout for TeBo. He'll know if Nathan decides to just move everything out from the front and try and do a push. And he might even catch this medevac, which would be wonderful for him. We're going to see the Marines coming out. Oh, wow, it's actually just going to be a big push, which this Stalker has full-on scouted. So, great use of the Stalker there by TeBo. We're going to see the medevac using its boosters to try and keep up with this Reaper and with this Stalker. And here he can start to drop units on it and hopefully pick it off. Yep, definitely going to get that. So very good use of that medevac speed boost. And now he's going to continue this push onwards. Right now, what do we have for TeBo? Well, we've got 2 sentries and a mothership core. The mothership core, of course, with that photon overcharge ability. Thank you, MD Amazing. Which is, by the way, the greatest name in the history of StarCraft. But there's not a great deal to defend here. He does have 1 cannon up in the mineral line, but that Widow Mine there could prove to be very disastrous for TeBo. He intends to hold on as it is now. We have a drop. 6 Marines, 1 Widow Mine heading to the back of this base. There is a cannon down, but that is it. Meanwhile, the rest of this army is at the front. That mothership core is hanging around in the middle, so it will be able to photon overcharge here, and it's going to have to do something pretty quickly. He has to respond to this. That 1 cannon will not be enough because the Widow Mine is burrowed now. The probe's going out of the way. The Widow Mine actually doing more damage to Nathan's own army than his opponent, killing 4 workers there, but pretty much killing 4 Marines at the same time. So that, not the best of moves for Nathan, including losing the medevac here. Wow. So Nathan with not the best of choices there, unfortunately for him. And a photon overcharge here has really, well, stopped any other aggression. Nathan's going to have to go back, he's going to have to regroup. And as we see here, now throws down the double eBay, realises he's behind in upgrades, was looking to do damage with that. But with only a total of 4 workers killed, he's going to have to do a lot more in the future. And that's what this is all about. This is time for a Hellbat drop. It's going to come out the left-hand side. He wants to drop in here again and just roast as many of these probes as he can. Take a look at the probe count. It is virtually equal in terms of economy. While we do have the mules for Nathan, that will give him a hand to begin with, his opponent has this significant tech going on now. The Twilight Council's done, the Templar Archives is on the way, 2-2 almost done, before 1-1 is even started for Nathan, and we have a lot more gateways coming down now, and 4 Stalkers ready to intercept this medevac, and the speed boost will wear out just before it reaches there. Is his opponent paying attention though? He is not. The Stalkers have not moved over there, which means these 2 Hellbats will get in here, starting to do the roasting. They really needed to get probes there. Unfortunately for him, he's going to lose 1 Hellbat already. The photon overcharge having gone down, and now going to lose the medevac with another one in it for 2 more probes. Nathan is falling to pieces at this point, I have to be honest. He's now loaded up 2 more medevacs, 4 more Hellbats, but he needs to do damage. It's not enough at this point to keep losing them. You cannot lose a medevac and 2 Hellbats for a total of 2 probes. It simply does not work. We have the first Archon already being morphed, being brought with that army. And it looks like TeBo wants to do a big push. Nathan is trying to prepare for it with a lot of bunkers, but this could be a nice timing from him. These 2 Medevacs will come in here unmolested. Only the 1 cannon. The rest of the army is away across the map, and now he's doing damage. Will this force the army to come back? It shouldn't. He does have another photon overcharge ready, but he is roasting an awful lot of probes. This is exactly what he needed. He's up to 21 already. Everything here being roasted. Meanwhile, TeBo has to go in for this attack now. He's decided to sack that base, and to do that, he needs to get up in here. But that's some terrible pathing. He's move commanded right where his opponent can shoot him, but he can't attack. Here he comes in now. 2 Widow Mines. Good shots, hitting some sentries, hitting some zealots. A lot of SCVs trying to repair, but his own units and force fields now getting in the way. Doing everything he can to take down this army. A lot of the zealots are falling now to the Hellbats. The Hellbats are still there, still doing damage. Bunkers are still up. Marauders inside to deal with the Archons. It looks like Nathan might hold here. And if Nathan can hold, it looks like the Hellbats here have been taken down. But if Nathan can hold, I think he's now in a good position. All he has to do is keep these armies alive and take down that of his opponent. TeBo, though, continues to reinforce its 50 supply to 70, but the bunkers are down. The Widow Mines have used up their shots. Long time till they recharge. He now has to hold the main. He has to hope his opponent doesn't come in there. We've already seen the preemptive pull of SCVs to repair there, losing a lot of them. A fair few pulled back up into the main as well, I would not doubt. So if we take a look, it's 25 to 21 actually, so that's evened it out a lot, but there's still a 10 worker supply advantage, which means his army is also slightly better in the favour of Nathan. However, he is in this position now where there is a pylon down in his expansion, and with that, his opponent's going to be able to reinforce without coming past these Widow Mines. So the Widow Mine's no longer any use. Nathan has to break this, 100%. If he doesn't, his opponent can just do whatever he likes and re-expand. Here comes the Stim, here comes the Hellbats, and I don't know if TeBo's got enough to stop this. The first Archon falls, Pylon also being focused, nicely done, cancelling that Warp in. This Archon will fall, and Nathan has broken this container, more importantly, broken his opponent's army. His opponent has 4 Stalkers and a Mothership Core, that's it. Nathan, as we see, has 7 Marines, 3 Marauders, 8 Hellbats, and 4 Medevacs. All he has to do now is hit a very, very strong push. Another good drop could certainly see the end of this game. We do have more Archons morphing. Still no Storm Research, interestingly enough. Choosing to focus on those Archons instead, but here comes that scary, scary push. If we take a look, they're still only on +1 attack, the Hellbats. The Marines and Marauders at 1-1. His opponent stuck on 2-2 at this point. Does not have the income after that incredible, third harass, the second Hellbat drop of Nathan, to continue those upgrades. So eventually Nathan will catch up. But this is something that could give TeBo a chance to stay in this game. Nathan, meanwhile, taking his third, landing his orbital command there, chucking down a ton of mules, really trying to stimulate that economy, get his production going, and TeBo's army is moving out again at just the wrong time. Nathan dodging around it, coming up into this expansion, sees no army there, knows there'll be some pressure, but he's got more units at home to at least try to hold it off. Meanwhile, TeBo is going to lose absolutely everything here. This Nexus should be targeted down, so the Photon Overcharge will do less and less damage. The first group of Zealots are being taken down. TeBo pushing in from the left-hand flank. This third base will be forced to lift, but more and more units at home. All Nathan has to do is move up to the top of this main, defend this, pull his army back like this. He's already destroyed his opponent's expansion, choosing not to go up into the main, choosing instead to hold, not going to try and force a base trade here. But once again, he looks set to hold the main. It would have been nice to see maybe a couple of bunkers go down, but as it is, he's going to get himself into the best position possible, try and hold this. Meanwhile, his army coming in from the back should be strong enough, and sandwiching these two. Now, you do not want to engage those Archons on the ramp. You've got to be careful, Nathan. He's rather stimmed, a lot of these units actually, very overstimmed, and the Hellbats have not kept up with them. But now it looks like this army of TeBo's will be crushed. This game a lot closer than it potentially should have been. TeBo playing very, very well at this point, getting kind of lucky with that attack timing, but nonetheless, Nathan takes the game, and indeed well hellbatted. That was really the turning point for the game. Before that, Nathan was looking like he was going to be in some trouble, but really took control there. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with yet more of the GameShop MythCast.